Like find you. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're just joining for the first time, thank you for joining. Today's topic, the whole Benue situation. We're starting it because it's a very serious matter and I don't want to make it like always sitting down. I'm trying new stuff, but fine.
I mean, before we start, or before we get into the Benue killings, I know you guys don't miss us. I fell sick. My friend ran
I almost died.
Yeah.
I didn't run mad. I almost died. So yeah.
Yeah. So, I know you don't care, but
it could have been dark ball, one chair.
Today it's actually two guys, no chairs.
Yeah, no chairs.
No chairs. Your pelotons almost killed all of us.
Like people are so hateful and it's weird. Like the hate is bad. And I don't know how to explain it. Just because you like somebody, all of a sudden anybody that opposes them or just talks about them, you're in trouble. But it's alright. So we're talking about the whole Benue thing. I've been going on Twitter. I don't have my phone here, but I've just used to use that as reference. But there are a lot of gory images I saw on Twitter and I can't stomach it. It's not me. I think him is the one that can just look at it and just...
I can't stomach it as well, to be fair. I didn't actually... So it was just more concerning for me. I decided to do a bit more research about the whole thing, right? I wanted to understand what could have been the cause for the killing. And firstly, we have to say, if not for VDM, I won't lie, if VDM had not posted, I don't think we would have gotten to know about it. Maybe it probably wouldn't have gotten the attention it's getting now, right? So I wanted to know much about the old Benue killings, right? So from what I understand, it's not now. It didn't just start now. Apparently, it's been going on for a while in terms of people fighting over land or certain communities within the Benue State.
Are they like villages or something?
Yeah, like communities, villages, right? Over land, like agricultural land. So one thing you should know about Benue State, apparently, I don't know what they call that thing, like how Lagos is something excellent.
So, is it like the motto?
The motto, something like that. The Benue one is the food basket of the nation. So you should know that for that reason, they are part of the tribes or the part of the states that provides food for the entirety of Nigeria. Yeah. So you can understand that if people that generally, because Benue has a lot of arable land, and you have I'm trying not to call names just in case, and then you have those people that cultivate the land and try to get food around the nation, right? Especially yam and maize and all of those. And then you have the Fulanis who are much more herders. So they move their cattle, they try to feed the cattle. I'm sure you've seen some of these Fulani people in your states at some point, right? So always moving cattle around. So I believe part of the reasons for the clashes is in regards to fighting for land and all of that. This is from my own little research. And things like this just tend to make you wonder, right? How did we even get to a point where, some people can just
raid other people's places
and then
just kill without consequences?
Exactly, right? Just burning children. And
my own question is the influence we are seeing around maybe the West and maybe like Lagos, can correct me if I'm wrong, are they coming all the way from the north?
The Benue is also in the north, I think.
So I mean, like all these. So, for example, when I was like traveling to Osun State, yes, I saw like a herd of Fulanis. At least I want to assume that they are Fulanis because all those people that used to carry cow and they be carrying. So I want to assume that they are mostly Fulanis now. Abi? So are you trying to say that they come all the way from the north with leg?
So that's what nomadic now. So yes, they would travel where they can get feed for their cattle and rest and move and travel like that.
So what's the end goal? Did they sell on their journey? Like, okay, as they are going, do you want to buy my cow? Buy, or I don't get.
I won't lie to you. Me even I
don't know. You don't get, because more that you now like go deep into, okay, why are they moving cattle up and down? Are they bringing it to like a wholesaler to like maybe they're transporting?
Think of us as the average Nigerian youth, right? We educate us as well, right? Educate us. Let us understand.
To be fair,
in the comment, just help us understand the whole cattle thing. What is it that they are trying to do? We're also trying to learn. Let's educate each other.
Even you said you don't even know. Let's be honest.
Let's just educate each other.
Even you don't know. Even you don't even know. But like I said, it's meant to be like a very serious topic. Not necessarily serious, but more of, can someone give more light, shed more light on the whole situation? But from my observation, right, they're dragging Tunde Onokoya on Twitter because of his picture with Tinubu. They're dragging Tinubu that is not saying anything. He has eventually said something. He has come to address the nation about visiting the location and trying to go and,
Why was the first contact even the presidents, right? Why not the governor?
Yeah, the governor, well, you can say that the state is not so great like that to rely on their governor. If you are being, if you are doing observation.
That in itself is even worrying. Nigeria is a messed up place. So
it is now. It is. One of the things that I'm grateful for is that, one, I grew up in Lagos, and this is me trying to be grateful of my situation. I grew up in Lagos. I'm not surrounded by trauma. I'm not surrounded by constant bombings and killings and Fulani people that wake up in the morning is well water. No, I won't say well water, dirty water. I'm going to go, so many things make us privileged as human beings, especially as Nigerians. So the people who are going on Twitter to go and, I will use the word shamelessly, tweet their opinion from a place of ignorance and hate, oh, blah, blah, this and that. Guy, you are fortunate to be tweeting that way. Those people you're not really helping them by doing that. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You're not helping them by tweeting and dragging, God punish Tinubu. You saying God punish him doesn't help their situation. That's what Nigerians don't know. Am I saying something?
You're not even saying the wrong thing. I just even don't like the fact that we should not even be, because of our reality, we should not depend on the government for everything, right? See, apparently the whole Benue meeting has been happening for a while, but we keep waiting for the same thing. I keep hearing the same strategy. Why hasn't the president said anything? Why has the president not done anything? And I'm like, why haven't we just, at the base level, what exactly it is, what is it that is causing these clashes in the first place? How can we solve it at that base level before, because if you look at waiting for the president or waiting for the government, in fact, just to react, takes a longer time. See, it took the government apparently almost 48 hours just to, the presidency itself to say something about the situation. Saying something in itself doesn't even really do anything, right? Sending soldiers to that place I think it's just for show, because it's going to happen again. We're all going to ask for, pray for Benue, God forbid.
I even heard that some soldiers were even killed. I don't know if it's Benue, but somewhere in the north.
Yeah, so apparently soldiers were killed in that community. Soldiers that their soldiers are placed in some of these places. They were also part of the killings. Apparently, I keep saying apparently because
we are not entirely sure.
Well, it's just based on
whatever we see online.
Sources reading online, so we're not sure. We are not there, right? That's why we're asking that you educate us. But that's not exactly the point of the video. The point of this video is, why are we always waiting for someone or some government to do something before we then believe that, okay, we can now react, right? See people pushing on Tunde Onakoya or pushing on celebrities to say something about it. Yes, I understand that maybe when they lend their voices, some of these things go, it becomes a bigger, well-known, they lend their voices to a larger audience. People then know about these things. But knowing, I believe, at this stage is not enough. Action is where it matters, right? So what are the things we can do to ensure that these sort of things don't happen again? Because everything is becoming a tribal war. If I've been at the base of it, tribal wars, right? The Fulanis, the herders. I don't want to use Fulanis.
Yeah, because I think that's just a stereotypical generalization. They might not even be Fulanis.
So the herders, the people that are doing the whole, what do we call, farmers themselves, right? And everybody just clashing because of land and all of this. How do we then solve it? How do we ensure that things I think that's the way to solve it. Instead of going attack, let's just go to the base and understand the problem and the root cause first. Understand why everybody is clashing over one thing or the other. How can we meet, at the middle point to see how we can solve it? Is it that, okay, the only way that we can solve this thing is just let us separate, nobody should come to each other's land? Or is it that we can solve these things amicably amongst each community, right? Instead of, because it always leads, and the wrong people pay. I saw that it was mostly children that were killed in that attack. What do they do? What do they know? Right? It's just sad, to be very honest.
So I'm going to try and speak for some people in the comments who might make a comment like this, which is, that's where the government comes in. That's where the president comes in a civilized country, or a country that is working.
Nigeria is not
exactly. We're not that. So they'll say in a country that if it was a good leader, in quotes, if it was Peter Obi, you would have been more sympathetic and would have come to address the nation. This is not against Peter Obi or Tinubu or whatever. I'm just trying to let you know that we can't keep comparing our country to other countries that have a working system. I won't lie to you. Majority of our countries, right, at least the North especially, sorry if I'm dragging the North, we are more barbaric than civilized. A lot of people are illiterate there. A lot of people are uneducated. So that's where the source of the whole conflict is coming from. So you can't hear killings, hired killings in Lagos. No, because a lot of people are highly educated in Lagos. It's civilized, technology is working here. We are more focused on different things. But in a more rural area where it's very, very difficult to pick out very educated people that are like are literate and understand how the world works, how system, how they're emotionally stable. They don't blame majority of things just for happenstance. You get. You can't now come in and say, this thing, that, and just start seeing blind. You have to be like realistic and also sympathetic at the same time. From my own point, what I don't even like is the aspect where they said, oh, Tunde Onaka went to go and snap picture with the president, but he cannot talk. He's an Agbado person. I'm like, that's the most shallow, ignorant statement I've seen in a very long time. And it makes me ashamed to like be next to that kind of person, because I realize that you barely don't even think. That means you don't think critically at all. All you just do is respond, react, this, and you don't actually think that, okay, this doesn't mean just because this person is taking a picture with this particular person, automatically the person is supporting the person or something. It's the president of the country. If they invite me, I will go and snap, because it helps me in my future. You snap picture with, but that's nice. It helps me. The guy, besides Tunde now, many people are not really dragging, what's his name, Burna Boy. They're not dragging Wizkid. They're not dragging, nobody's commenting. Why don't you go and drag them and say this thing? Generally, you're not supposed to be dragging all those people.
It shouldn't even concern them, because at the end of the day, they are more in entertainment, not politics, right? Yes, they can lend their voices. They can. But not, to be fair. Not that you should force them to.
You shouldn't hold it against them and say, because they did not talk.
If they decide they don't want to, I don't think it's anybody's. It shouldn't. What if? Because at the end of this, things can be used against them.
Yeah, political. You can even say, bring it on audio and this is the same person that was talking about the Benue thing, blah blah blah. Then somebody from the north go and drag them and say, do you know what happened in the Benue thing? Where do you understand what's going on? Then you go and put the wrong voice at the wrong time. You get.
I honestly even think everything is just about communication. I don't want to believe that we are so backwards in this country. Even at that level, the rural level, right? That everybody is just fighting because apparently we can just kill each other. There has to be some level of communication as to how we can solve these things amicably. I want to believe that, though, on the basic level, that the Benue killings, right? And I'm not justifying their killings. It almost sounds like I am, but I'm just trying to say.
No, you are just giving like an observation. Like, okay, let's all sit down.
This thing has been happening apparently even before 2015, and all of these things. How can we? Because if you look at it, God forgive me, if you look at the pattern in terms of geography, where all of these sort of things happen, it's usually north and some of the states close to the north. Say Benue now, very close to Abuja, close to all of this. And I'm like, is it the narrative now is that the north is not safe now, or
no? To be fair, that's the narrative. Anytime someone says, I'm going to the north, I'm not going there. But if you hear, I'm going to Lagos, like south west, like I want to go to Lagos, I want to go. That's the general idea, based on news, based on I'll call it literacy. Please, you can attack me in the comment, but based on literacy. But if I want to round up this video, all I can say is, instead of us always abusing people, insulting people, shouting, cursing, hateful comments, give solutions. Oh, let's push this one.
That's what I want.
Let's do this. Let's create a GoFundMe. Let's do this.
Even the whole this particular topic is when I realized that, okay, even when I was trying to source for news with Punch and some of these newspapers, I was like, why can't I find the reason?
Reason.
All I'm saying is, 200 people killed. And I'm like, okay, let me read what exactly happened. None of that information. Then that leads to people assuming, people trying to.
And false information too can enter.
Exactly, and then you don't know what happened, and then because we already have narratives in our head, we're like, it's not these northern people. I'm sure that's how it is. Sure, you get that kind of thing. But yeah, that's like I said, this video is more for us to put this information out there and for you to educate us on things that we don't know. Because I'm sure some of people that might see these videos are from either state, so from Benue or from hopefully the Fulani tribe.
Me as a straightforward person, I just tell you the truth. We can do better. It's not everything is not hit, from football to entertainment to everything. Everything is just hit.
Sometimes just take a step back.
Calm down. Like really, nobody has actually thought about this. What if the reason why we are not even moving forward is because the people that want to help us can't help us because of how we are? Maybe they genuinely want to help us. Let's even help these people. And the next thing, hate. Oh, you don't want to, kinika. You're part of. Like, shut the fuck up. Calm down. Like, calm down and have a conversation. What you're clearly communicating to the world is you can't have a conversation and you're not ready to have a conversation. And it makes us go backwards. Not even the government, because the people who are going to government are us. Sadly, we are the ones going to government. So if you have a solution like to help people, drop the solution. Except if you don't have a solution, then keep quiet. Don't just come and be saying things you don't know. There's a time that there was one false news that they carried. Everybody carried the false news for a very long time, only to know that, or only to find out that the video that they were promoting happened like 13 years ago. Nobody said anything again after it has already spiked a lot of hits. You get? Do your, like, verify your sources, verify the information. Very dark man. I like the guy for his, should I say, efforts. But I'll just be honest with you, he's not the most intellectual person. He's not the most, like, he's not the greatest person that is supposed to be helping us, to be fair. If not, our bar is low. I'm just being honest. He's not the person. He's not that guy. He's someone who is putting his voice and we commend him for that. At least somebody is doing something. You get? Cool, awesome. I love that. But if we look at it from a grand scale, it's not someone that can represent your country. Let's be honest, you can't represent us. You can't take him to you can't meet the King of France. What are the solutions you want to give the president of France?
Nah, bias, so I like VDM.
No, me, I like him. No, don't get me wrong. I like Very Dark Man for the effort he's putting. Like, he's someone who is actually doing something. Forget his past, I don't care. People can change, people can be better. That's someone that has proven to the world that we can all be better. But we need more people who are more intellectual, who know how the world works and who have solutions to help the country. But we are busy talking about Pella and Jarvis. Kinika. Burna Boy bought this one. Burna Boy bought that one. Well, we already know. We already know, Sha. Should I say condolences goes to the people of Benue.
Yeah.
I am really grateful personally that we are here, at least alive enough. I'm pitying them because we are privileged enough to set camera and talk about it and live in a house where some people are living in huts and struggling about how to eat.
Yeah, if you even saw the video, I was like, in 2025, people are still
living in huts. Like, guy. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Please just try and be better. Don't be what you are condemning. You say, oh, this person hate this person, and you are also spreading hate. You can't be the origin or the stereotypical country of hate. Like, every small thing abuse. I'm even tired. I'll just open Twitter, blah, blah. I'm like, no solution. Like, guys, now.
I don't even like to. Nigeria has become a place of there are only two things that happen or that tend to trend. In fact, three things: gender war, which is recently becoming more popular now. Somebody have nudity is now. I don't even say it as news anymore.
That was another topic.
You just hear one person have open breast somewhere. Trend. And then tribalism.
Well, that's for the video, guys. See you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.